Traveler's Log, entry 3567. And today, fellow adventurers, we are flying back into Atreia. But not the one you remember. No, this is AION 2. And for the first time, we've actually seen real gameplay instead of concept art and cinematic teasers. NCSoft finally ran their second live stream, and I'm not gonna lie, it was surprisingly good. You know me, usually I'm quick to poke holes in a shiny presentation, but here, there's not a lot to complain about. Weird, I know, but let's break it down. And hey, before we dive in, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss the next Traveler's Log. Because trust me, if this game takes a wrong turn, you'll want front row seats to watch me roast it. Gameplay, the core feel. So, first big surprise, they're not going for that old school spam every button you can combat anymore. Each character will have access to around 40 abilities total, but you won't just throw all of them into a hotbar and mash until your keyboard cries. You'll be picking and mixing active skills, passive skills, and these special stigma skills that let you build something unique even within the same class. It's more tactical, more about reacting to what the enemy is doing rather than just cycling your cooldowns like a zombie. And yes, the combat is still tap target, but with enough mobility and interaction to make it feel more alive. The famous AION wings? Still here, but this time they're earned in-game as loot, not swiped from your credit card. And flying isn't just press space to escape, you can use it as a tactical advantage, but enemies can shoot you down. So yeah, you might look majestic in the air, but you're also a very expensive clay pigeon if you're not careful. Stuff to do when you're not killing players. PvE in AION looks like a buffet where someone said yes to every idea. You've got nightmare dungeons, 10-stage solo instances with bosses waiting on every floor. You've got puzzle dungeons where you have to figure things out while fighting. There's more than 60 of these instanced adventures per faction, plus special garrisons, where you push NPC forces out of occupied zones. And if you want group play, they've built proper challenges for that too. Time attack dungeons where your score is based on how fast you clear and how many people make it out alive, 4-player hunts with limited deaths and random effects just to keep you on your toes, and 8-player raids where perfect teamwork actually matters. It's the kind of setup where you can log in for a quick solo run or spend the whole night trying to clear something with friends. PvP, the blood sports of Atreia. Faction PvP is back, but with a twist. Instead of both sides sharing one giant server, they're splitting the factions across different servers to make matchups fairer. That means less, oh look, they have twice our numbers, and more, oh no, they're just better than us. Formats? Take your pick. 1-on-1 duels, 4-on-4 small-scale battles, 8-on-8 battlegrounds where you're moving cargo under enemy fire, massive rift invasions where you storm the other faction's territory, and of course, the Abyss, those chaotic battles in both air and on the ground that made AION famous. And no, you can't just fly away from a fight anymore. Stamina limits and anti-air skills will make sure of that. Customization and social stuff. Now, character creation in AION 2, it's ridiculous. Every slider you could possibly want is there. You can make your hero look like a Greek statue, a runway model, or the guy who's been banned from 3 theme parks. Totally up to you. And if you can't be bothered, there are tons of presets. Later, they'll even let players share and sell their designs. Guilds, or legions, get their own massive airships. They're like flying guild halls you can all hang out in and then, with the push of a button, drop down anywhere in the world. It's part flex, part convenience, and I'm all for it. Mobile, console, and semi-auto combat. Here's where things get interesting. The PC version is clearly the main focus. That's where the real combat system shines. The mobile version is aimed more at crafting, minigames, and casual stuff. But NCSoft knows mobile players don't want to sit there manually clicking skills all day, so they're adding a semi-auto mode. They swear it's not full auto combat. more like a helper that can keep some skills running while you steer. And before you ask, oh yes, they've already said this won't win fights for you. Think of it as cruise control, not autopilot. But you and I both know how this works. Today, it's semi-auto, totally harmless. And tomorrow, it's auto XP grind while you sleep. And if that happens, we're doomed. Simple as that. Game's just dead. You can put a fork in it. They're also working on controller support and apparently a console release down the line. Imagine gliding into battle on your Xbox or PlayStation. Not a bad thought, assuming the game's still alive by then.
MMorpg.
Money talk, monetization and economy. They're promising no pay to win, which is adorable. Korean MMOs saying no pay to win is like your body saying just one more drink. You've heard it before, and you know exactly how it ends. For now, the plan is cosmetics, battle passes, and convenience items. An in-game marketplace runs on Kina, which you can earn just by playing. Some loot is account-bound, some you can sell. Fine. Crafting is available anywhere, but proper workshops in cities give you bonuses. Sounds nice, right? But history tells us, give it 6 months, and there's a premium enhancement stone in the cash shop that suddenly becomes mandatory for endgame. If they resist that urge, I'll eat my hat. When can you play? The big one. Release date. They're aiming for late November 2025 in Korea, with NCSoft hyping the game hard at G-Star 2025, November 13th to 16th. And based on leaks and community chatter, the global release might not be far behind. We're not talking a year's delay here. Think early 2026 at the latest. For an MMO of this scope, that's actually fast. My take, hopeful, but here's where I land, I want to believe. On paper, it's the best we've seen from NCSoft in years. The combat is cleaner, PvP is varied, PvE is stacked with content, and the graphics? Okay, a bit over the top for my taste, but undeniably gorgeous. But this is a Korean MMO, and history is a cruel teacher. These games have a habit of starting strong, then adding just enough optional pay to win to slowly choke out the fun. If AION 2 avoids that trap, it could be a real contender. If not, well, enjoy the first 3 months while they last. That's the story so far. Real gameplay, big promises, and a release date that's actually close. What do you think? Is this going to be the glorious return of AION? Or just another remember when we got hyped moment? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget, hit that subscribe, like the video, ring the bell, and join me for the next Traveler's Log. Because if NCSoft pulls a fast one, I'll be here with popcorn. Stay epic, travelers. I'll see you in the next world.